Welcome everyone. Today we're going to end up continuing with Unit 2A, which is we're going to start off with difference of squares and factoring. So we've seen this before, it's just a review. How do I apply the difference of squares pattern when it comes to factoring? So you got to make sure the squares pattern, you use it when you have two square terms that are being subtracted. So the key is right here is that they are square terms and that they are subtracted. So the difference of square patterns, as seen here, I have a squared minus b squared. Usually in place of a squared, you will have the term x squared. And so if I take the square root of x squared, that is equal to x. So that would be what your a would be. And you have one that is positive and one that is negative. So we're going to look at some examples to see how this works. This first example, we have x squared minus 25. So that's the first thing we check. Do we have the minus? Yes, we do have the minus. So now we end up taking the square root of x squared, which we just did. Just to review, we just have is equal to x. And then the square root of 25, that is 5. So using my difference of square pattern, we have that x squared minus 25 equals x plus 5. And the other one is x minus 5. Just following the same pattern. So go to the next one. 4x squared minus 100. We checked off, we have the minus. So now we have the square root of 4x squared. And what I can do is split these up into the square root of 4 and the square root of x squared. Square root of 4 is 2. Square root of x squared we said is x. So square root of 4x squared is 2x. And then we take the square root of 100. And that equals 10. So the way we would write this is 2x plus 10. And the other one would be 2x minus 10. Let's go to the bottom now. Again, we check for our minus, so that's correct. And now we end up taking the square root of 16x squared. So split these up into the square root of 16, the square root of x squared, that's 4. This is going to be x, so we got 4x. And then the square root of 144 is equal to 12. So when we write the difference of squares, it's going to be 4x plus 12 and 4x minus 12. Next one, we have a plus. So if I have a plus, we are not going to use the difference of squares. We're going to first look if there's a GCF, the greatest common factor. And the greatest common factor between both of these is 4. So both of them are divisible by 4. So if I rewrite this, put the 4 out in front, 4x squared divided by 4 is x squared, 16 divided by 4 is 4. So the way we factor this is 4 times the quantity x squared plus 4. Right now we're just factoring. Make sure if you have any questions, send an email. Go back and pause the video to take notes.